Sorry about that. Hello, Kelly, Sonia, Billy. I thought I would put the mic on before everything came through, but it didn't. Anyway, another bridge, covered bridge, and yeah, nothing more special, just a covered bridge. Okay, let's look to our lower right. Let's pop this light on so you can get the shadow of that thing out of there. We have titanium white, light blue, yellow, brown, darker blue, darker green, and viridian green. I'm using Chalkola paints. Just to get rid of them. And yes, I'm actively texting somebody. So it's good to see you guys. Let's see if we can get this done harmlessly. And you know, as in most of acrylic paintings, we start from the back going to the front. It's going to be a whole lot of greenage going on here, and some water. Pretty straightforward scene. This is double glued 11 by 15 watercolor paper. I didn't really treat it with anything. I sketched out the bridge using the perspective, which is taped. The horizon lines are taped on each side. I don't know if there's gonna be water here, but I don't know. I'll just put a little bit down there because we're gonna approach this stuff a little bit later, because some of it's gonna be hidden by trees and whatnot. So this glycerin, depending on how much of this I use, it might dry up by the time I get down here, but we'll see. We'll see. Had to do a little bit of cleaning up. My water bucket was horrible, so I have to take it out of the thing, drain it, and really rinse it out real good. Now the clean water actually looks like clean water. All right. Enough of all that hoopla. Let's get to painting. I'll use a pretty decent flat brush for up above here. Even though some of the clouds are going to be covered, still paint it like it's the only thing out there. All right. All right. Let's drag out a little blue. We'll put it right here. We'll go with the straight blue. And we'll just start to having a little fun here. Usually a little darker up above. Okay. And I'll lighten this up a bit. We'll get a touch of white right in there. We'll lighten it up. And I'll fade this a little bit later. Right now it's just getting some of that light stuff going here. Even though I know trees are going to be down here still, paint the sky like it's not, you know, paint right through the house or the cabin. Flat covered bridge. I'll get the English language straight. Just give me some time. And I'll fade it in real quick with the brush. There'll be some cloud play. Hope everybody's doing all right. Doing some pretty interesting things there, Billy. I noticed them. I notice. You think I don't notice, I notice. I might not have the time to type in some things, but I notice. I want this a little lighter, a little too blue. And I'm just referring to the sky really. So we'll just come here and we'll lighten it up a bit. And basically just rub all of this in. Just rub it in. The more you rub it in, the more it's going to take to the underlying color. And you just fade it. This is a much deeper blue. So while I got the glycerin happening there, we'll take advantage of the slick nature of it and just keep blending this stuff in there. It's starting to dry up, tack up a bit, which is cool. You'll be able to feel the change as you do it. Like I say, the more you're Hey, Linda. Okay. That's all right. That's cool. It's fair. It'll work. Let's take a small, I'm going to act like I have some kind of a brain and take brushes that are conducive to the size of my, I really don't want to use, these are a little too stiff. I'm going to use brushes conducive to the size of the paper. I'll use this fella. This is a fan brush, a little raggedy, but it'll do fine. It's a raggedy little fella. I'm going to take a little bit of white and we'll place it here on the top of the barn. And we'll just kind of do one of these numbers. Swirl it around. Let's get some more. Because it's being contaminated with the blue a bit. We'll come up here. Yeah. Like that. Let's get a little more white up in here. Just tap it around a little bit. All right. Now, I know that the glycerin is tacking up a little, so we're gonna circular motion, fade it out down here. Doesn't much matter. Got a lot of brightness here in the center, which is cool. Wipe off my brush. Get the paint to move around. Down here, we'll fade it out on the bottom. We'll keep the stuff up top though. Okay, that'll work. Nothing super spectacular because it's not really the focal point. We'll pay attention to a lot of the tree detail back there. And I'll explain the, as you see, I got some stuff marked in black. It's just the stonework of the road and the bricks and such. I have a pool of glycerin that is gathering up, and that'll happen from time to time. No big deal. You just take it, wipe it away. Matter of fact, I'll just rub some of this. Like I say, it's pooling up in certain spots. I'll just take it and wipe it here and there. Okay. I might need this, so I'll save it. All right. Once again, let's just work from the back and going up front. This is where the water line is. So we'll take, once again, a smaller brush. I'm looking. I'll take this. Oh, Sonya ought to be happy. Happy, Sonya? Does this make your day? All right. All right. We're going to use the same dark blue. We'll put it right here. Touch it up with a little bit of brown there. I'll mix it in, get it pretty dark. This will work. We're going to come down below. Pretty much close as you can to the waterline there. Okay. Pretty solid there. And then we'll start to get some darker trees going in there. Right here toward the water line, down here on the bottom, pretty solid. Keep it pretty solid. And then get some interesting tree patterns going in there. Oh, let's have that a little bit higher. Try not to get it too mechanical looking. All right. I'll take this, as long as it's still wet, we'll scratch some little tree things in there. As long as it's pretty wet, you can do a few of these, you can get away with it. Okay, just like that. I don't know if I want to fade too many of them out. Make that one disappear. Let's put a better one up there, like that. A little piece of something in there. All right. I think I want some taller, lighter ones in there. Let's go with a little touch of yellow in this brown. It automatically turns it a deep green. All right, and we're gonna pop a few of those lovelies in there. Marry it right into the darker color there. Pop them in there like this. Let some of that blue show. Let's get some more yellow. Get some more of that darker color. Put it right in there. We'll start it over here, a little bit past the barn. And once again, I'll marry it into the darker color. Let's get some a little higher up there. And like I say, have some of that blue showing in between there. All right. Let's take an X-Acto knife. You guys are learning all sorts of things here today. And we're throwing some more way up here somewhere. You can have some come straight down, whatever. Something like that. Do, 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 do. Let's take some white. We'll put it in here. Take a little bit more of this brown. We'll kind of put it up in there like this. Let's bleach it out a little bit more. A little more white. A little touch of water. All right. And we're gonna come, in here like this. A little more water than that. The Chalkola paints are a little different. These trees are a little larger. So we're getting a different plane of trees, even though they're in the background here. Let's make them tall enough where they go a little bit above the first canopy of trees. We'll put one right here. Something like that. All this tall enough to go above the first canopy. All right. You know what? I might as well put another one here. Let's have him come off the tree like this. Something like that. Okay. Let's get I'll use this one. This brush. It's long seen its best days. I'm gonna go into a little yellow, little white right in here. Okay, and let's get some unusual looking trees happening right in here, just like this. You build it up like this. Put a few in here like this. Okay, we'll get a couple in here. A little different. Little bright yellow ones in there. Once again, you're not really destroying the canopy. You're just making them taller. This batch of bright yellow stuff. I'll have some come in front of this guy. All right. And we'll come here, add a few. You get a batch and then you slowly make your way out. Come up here. You come up on top here. Get some in there like this. Let's have one trailing this way. Once again, you have a couple floating in front of the other tree a little bit. For those of you who might be a little worried about the camera falling off again, don't be. It's all right. Will we have another spill on aisle 6? Perhaps, but I don't think so. I think I put it in there pretty good. I say have some little stragglers sticking out there. Okay. Hey, Madonna. How are you? This brush has seen its better days behind it, but it's okay. It's still useful. I can still use it. Okay. I should have kept with that one, but we use a short round brush to get some fine greenery in here. We'll just make some of this brown in with the light green. You can make all sorts of green, really. Let's get a little more yellow in there. Mix it in with the brown. A little touch of water. Watery paint sticks to a thick paint, okay? We'll come here, we'll add a few of these little bushy things in here. Actually, I think I might like it better if I push. Yeah. I'll come here, I'll push a couple in here, come down below. We'll come here and do the same thing around in here. Bring some up a little higher. Always put them around the trees, and we'll go a little higher here. Turn my brush around, I got more paint on one side than the other. Something like that. Okay. Let's get a flat brush. There's one right here, this water. Alright, loosen up the paint a little bit. Okay, let's go with a deeper blue. We'll put it right here in this green. It's okay. Matter of fact, let's put a little green in that blue anyway. A little bit of water, because we still got some glycerin in there. Let's at least start to fill in the water a little bit, alright? Do I use longer screws that went through the... No. It wasn't the base that attaches to the wall. The base, here's the wall. The base attaches, screws into the wall. There's a pipe, there's a open screw, big one, about 1.5 inches wide, that the pipe screws into. Well, with me turning the camera, okay, I think it turned the whole thing, and through time, it just unscrewed itself and it just popped off. So that's what happened essentially. So it wasn't the base that did it. Once again, we'll throw some water in here. And I gotta be careful where I place it, because we got a little bit of the bridge to do. Some of the woodwork. We're gonna go a little detailed with the woodwork also, but I'll show you. We're gonna have the water go at least this far for right now. We're gonna come on over here. Keep it fairly even here. Okay. One of Doris's friends must have hopped streams and came over here to me. Keep the water somewhat horizontal. Keep the little movement things in there. You guys don't see it that well, but it's in there. We're going to come under here, put the water in here. Remember, there's a little bit of glycerin going on in here. Okay. We'll highlight the water, because the water is always level. Okay. The water's not all the way down here, but let's get a touch more. A little touch of water. like I said, this paint, the Chocola brand paint, it's got glycerin and stuff in it already. I gotta be careful not to lose track where I'm at here. We'll just continue this on, because we got all sorts of shrubbery and things going on in here. It's not difficult to relay moving water. A lot of the streaks and the strokes you see me doing right now actually will help you out, and I'll show you that. Okay, you guys don't see it all the way down to the bottom. I might have to pull out a little bit, but it's not too much further down to the bottom, close to the bottom of the page there. All right, let's pull back out a little bit. Okay, you see where we are. I don't think I have to. Well, I'll do it out of habit. Let's put the focus back on it there. Okay, let's let that tackle a bit. Let's tackle the little bit of the stonework. We're gonna go with our, since I don't have to deal with the green much anymore, we'll get rid of it. Oh man, now you guys have me resorted to wearing a helmet. Does that mean I have to retire my Yukon and ride a short yellow bus now? Is that what you guys telling me? You're saying I'm accident prone now? You guys got me wearing helmets and riding the back of yellow buses now. That's what I call love. We're gonna take some of this brown, a little bit of white. We're gonna get some blue, pop it in there. It's gonna make a nice warm gray for us. I'm gonna call this helmet gray. How about that? All right, will that make you guys happy? I call it helmet gray. Get a little touch of water. Loosen it up a bit. Okay, let's take our helmet gray. We're gonna come up under here and do a shadow side for the stonework here. And we're just gonna block it in. We're gonna add our details a little later. So we're putting on our helmet gray. Padded walls. So now you guys got me moving from a house to a sanctuary with padded walls. I am feeling the love real strong here this morning. I truly am. This actually, let's put some of this. We'll put some of this right here. Oh yeah. Why are you guys giving an anniversary to the attack? You got old President Biden missing teleprompter cues and everything today. All right, well we'll shade some of this concrete here a little darker on this side. We're going to go lighter on the other side, so we'll put it right in here. We still got to develop a plane of perspective and everything. There's no glycerin or anything like that going on with it, so we'll put it in there like so. I'm gonna get a little stitch of white, not too much, just a little bit. We're gonna put it right here once again, just to relay a bit of three-dimensionality there. No matter how small or mundane you think it is, put it in there. Okay, we got a little bit of that love right in here. I'm gonna try to use the corner of the brush. Pop a little bit of that right in there, like so. Let's take some more white, make it a little bit brighter, and we're gonna paint the grout in between these guys. A touch of water, just to thin the paint out a little, just a little bit. All right. Hey Bruce, how you doing, sir? I did see your painting today. I didn't have time to do any chatting, whatever, but I did see it. I watched you. Just because you don't see me right, don't mean I don't watch. I watch. Sometimes I can't write in, but I do see you. Just wanted to let you know. Okay. Let's get a little bit more of this gray. As you see, it's different varieties of gray going on in here. And once again, I'm painting in the grout. And I used a very thin marker. Oh, Mike's doing a test. Let me see what he's doing. Because I got a number of phones here, so. I'll have the quick test, Mike. Oh, there's actually a full frontal picture of Mike.
Oh, hey, I'm just testing out my cam. And I got the new cam, and it seems like things are working. So I'm going to be signing off here in 2 seconds here. So, but it looks like everything's working. All right. You guys take care. Thanks for checking in. But that's all I was doing, just testing out my new cam. Looks good.
You guys can hear him. So
What a relief.
he got.
All right, take care. Whoa.
He's hilarious. But I understand. Test it out, brother. All right. Yeah, he signed out. That's cool. All right. So we got our different colors of gray for the grout and all of that good stuff. We're gonna go a little bit lighter and probably a little more brown maybe for the road in where the bridge is here. Do me a favor, while you guys are here, put in your buddies' links and stuff. Because people will look at this, obviously, when it's done. And, always throw your links in. Feel free to put them in there. I'm over here under the bridge. There is no glisten or anything here. And we're just blocking things in, filling them out, getting the scene ready for the other finer details once I get to it. All right. Hey, Linda. I think I already said hello to Linda. Yeah, I did. There she is up there. Okay. The water is pretty much set and ready here. We're going to go with a smaller flat brush. Or a filbert, whatever one I get close to and grab first. Okay. I like the brown. It's cool. I may or may not keep it. I decided not to because I'm not really concentrated on that right now. So we're going to get rid of this because I can always get some more, bring it back. Bruce, Madonna and Sonya already got me relegated to wearing a helmet. Putting the Denali in the strap yard. And they got me riding a short yellow bus already because of my camera mishap. So I just wanted to let you know what kind of friends you truly have. I'm just concerned for your mental safety. Okay. You know what? I meant to do the water lines. And because I talked about Sonya and Madonna, I truly messed it up. So it looks like we're going to be doing bricks. See, this is what happens when you mention these two. All right, it's a mental thing. You got to be prepared. If not, you end up lost, like what happened to me. So, you know what? Let me try something. Yes, I am going to try something. Let's try something. Let's see what happens. I think I think we can get away with it. I think we can get away with it. Okay, let's try for our little grout, our little brickwork here. Just like this. And we'll make it a little detailed. It's nothing but cobblestone. All right. Make interesting patterns with your cobblestone. And when you do this, Bruce, try not to think of Madonna and Sonya harassing you. It'll go by a lot smoother. And you'll be so proud of yourself. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, Madonna said it's all done with love, but I'm pretty sure she's secretly texting Sonya to say, what can we do next? Well, at least it comes with a mute. Unfortunately, Madonna and Sonya don't come with a mute button. It comes with an intensity button. Yeah. I think Sonya's getting a following for stream hijackers. That's what we'll call them. Okay, yeah, you guys can somewhat see that. So again, get unusual, peculiar shapes. Every once in a while, you can do a regular brick here and there. And you know, cobblestones are laid any type of way. They don't have much of a when you're laying this stuff, depending on how they mix that grout, they don't got a long time to play, you know. So we're going to get to do a lot of interesting things with this painting that hopefully you guys can use. If not immediately, you know, you have it later on, so you can look back at it here. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's go this way. We're going to come over here. We'll come over here and pretty much do the same deal. Once again, a lot of this that I'm doing is possible because, once again, of the size of the brush according to the size of the paper you're using or the canvas. All right. There's just some details you just cannot do with, I can't go that way. You just can't do with a super large brush when your surface is only a certain size, depending on the amount of detail you're looking for. Okay. But we know that. So paint your projects, use brushes conducive to the size of what you want to do. All right. I can only go so far with certain things depending on, once again, the brush size. All right. And now you see with the cobblestones and the grout work that's put into it, okay. We're gonna go, I'm gonna add a little touch of blue to this lighter mix here. A little more brown. And I'm probably gonna, well, I have to be careful when you put in a little bit of green in this. If you put green in it, you're gonna have to return that blue back in there. All right. So be careful. The brown that I use, okay, is, if you use sienna, you can get away with it because it has more red in it. But if you use umber, all right, it has more blue or green in it, and it might turn even more green. You follow me? So just be careful of which brown you use. You kind of have to keep it in here, in your mind there. All right. Okay. We're going to go on the shadow side and add our cobblestones this way. See that? Let's do this again so you guys can see it, somewhat see it. It's pretty dark, but it is in there, and it will get darker. So you should be able to tell the difference once it's dry. But once again, you're messing around with shadow colors on top of the shadow color. So you're playing with different varieties, different hues of dark. Okay. Hey, Artflow, how are you? Yeah, it is. It just zooms it in. That I noticed too. Let's go in this direction. Let's see how that does. And it's pretty much the same thing. So I'll just zoom it in. We're gonna work, excuse my hand. Always pull it the wrong way. I think that should be all right. Let's move it over. We'll put it about there. It's just the top part up here. I'll somewhat lighten it up just a slight bit. Okay, we'll mix it in there. And I'm just using a very small filbert, about a 1/4 inch. I have a feeling that Madonna and Sonia are having a poll right now. They're getting a pool going just to see if the camera bracket holds up. Mona, Mike Trapp was, he was just running a quick test with his new camera. And that was just a few minutes ago, not even 4 minutes, maybe that long. So you missed a full shot of his face in normal working clothes. He was actually working at it. He works from home at times, so he was working, but he had a little break and he tested out his new camera just to make sure everything's cool. All right, it's dark, a little too dark. You can barely see it, so I'm gonna add some more white to it. Let's lighten that up a little more so you guys can at least see the thing. There we go. That'll work. Still doing dark on dark, and this will darken up. This is more for you guys so you can see it. And it's just cobblestones. Put them in interesting directions. And I'm doing them this way because, once again, the size of the paper is not the biggest in the world. This is only 12 by 15. Okay. And once again, I'm very aware of the time limit that people have ready to watch these. But it's always there for them, for you guys to check out. All right. Okie and dokie. That's not too bad. I guess I can use this and I can lighten up the ones over there on the other side. We're close enough. You guys can check it out. I'm just going to go over what I've done. We'll connect these here. Then we'll go over. Once again, I'll just quickly go over what I've done. Bring some red to the water's edge. Okay. And we'll tackle the water next. Now that I'm not really thinking about the hijackers, I can concentrate now. I don't know what you're sorry about, Bruce. You know, if it's fuzzy and it doesn't look very comfortable for you guys to watch it, okay, I'll change it. No big deal. Or I can just zoom in the traditional way. No big deal. Because this is more for people to learn. It's not for me. You know, it's for you guys to check out. You know, I don't need it to zoom in. I'm 6 inches away from it. So, no, it's more for you guys. All right. So we got that done. Got that done. We'll wait for it to tack up. We're close enough. Let's slide it over a little. We're close enough now to get some water detail going. I'll take, well, let's do something quick here. I gotta be careful spraying this stuff. There. That's rubbing alcohol, for those of you who are wondering. It leaves your area smelling like a hospital room, but it really eats up and takes this stuff right off. I gotta just make sure I don't put it into the regular paint. Now I have a bucket right beside me here, so all the residual stuff can just go right in the bucket. I have a paper towel roll right below me. Okay. Once again, I get all the stuff up off of there. I just want a clean area to do the next batch of mixing. All right, get some water. Oh, and some more white paint. I would rather run out of paint than to have so much of it I end up wasting it. So let's get a little bit of white. We'll put it right here. We'll get a little touch of blue. What the fuck? All right. I swear to God, I can have a comedy bit. Really. All right, we're gonna come here. We're gonna pop in some highlight lines, and I got lines here that I can do this. You can thicken and thin your lines out to make it look like different degrees of wave action going on back there. Okay, now I have it at a light blue, and it might need possibly to be a little bit lighter, but we'll see. We'll continue to paint through, and if it does, then I'll highlight it with lighter paint. It looks like I will need to highlight it a little bit, but we'll see. It looks like it though. And if that's the case, a little more white, stir it in there. Now, when you have that much white, you really have to make it a very inky consistency. Okay. And also keep in mind you're trying to put water on paint with a script liner brush, so you're not going to get really that much water. Okay, it's a little bit brighter blue. And we'll just, once again, we'll just go over some of these. Now, sometimes I do these, and sometimes you will too. You'll paint and take a considerable amount of time doing stuff like this just for it to be covered over later with a bush or a tree, but that's okay. Paint through your paint through, act like this is the only thing you're going to paint, because you don't really want to ruin the flow of whatever activity you have going on in your work. All right. And always, if you're doing a bridge in perspective here, all right, always keep it horizontal. Go straight. Whatever squiggles, whatever lines you want to do. All right. Straight. Straight. Keep it straight across. Straight across. You just try your best to keep it straight. Sometimes I have to look myself and to be careful. But if you taped your edges, you tape the bottom, you got a little guide to see. All right. And I can correct it too, because you do one that's a little off kilter, you can always make it a conjoined wave. Your thing is just to keep it straight. That's all. Straight as you possibly can anyway. Like that. So if you end up veering downward, veering upward, you can always make it a wave that's split. So you can save it. No worries. I'll see you, Bruce. Yeah, isn't it weird without the beret? So that tells you that Clark Kent with the glasses and the hat, it actually works. So he may have had something there, Okay, we're gonna put some different greens in here. Okay, and that'll be pretty much the bulk of the painting. The last thing would be the covered bridge itself. So let's get with a different batch of green to do the bushes, and more than likely a different brush. I'm looking to see which brush do I want to use. Which one will go to the artistic chopping block today? I haven't used you in a while. And now I see why. You suck. We'll try you out though. And if I don't like it, you're going in the garbage. This is the original brush. I'm pretty sure if Bruce was on, he would remember this. This brush I believe I may have had when I started this channel, more or less. So I gave it a crew cut. It became the foliage brush. This is the new one. All right, as you can see, they're both the same. Okay. I guess I wasn't ready to let this one go. But anyway, we're gonna get some all sorts of bushes and things happening and going on. They'll be over here. They'll be covering up most of this, and they're gonna come up in here. They're gonna come over around in here, and they're gonna come down in here. Okay, so the bushes will actually frame this. That's the important guy right here, is the covered bridge. So we're building a nice little leafy frame around everything. All right, okie dokie. Rosemary. Oh, wait a minute. Last night. Which painting, Rosemary? You have to be specific. Which one was it? Let me know. All right, we're gonna go with we'll go with this green. And we'll mix it in red with that blue stuff. And we'll probably get a little peppermint colored here. So yeah, let me know which one you're talking about. And we'll go with Peppermint Patty over here. Hello, Jessica. All right, we're gonna get some foliage going here, and we'll start it around here. And I'll roll it around because you're not going to really see too much of this road, believe it or not. You'll see bits and pieces of the road, but you're not going to really see too much of the road, even though I painted a lot of it in there like that. Okay, but you're not going to see too much of it. Even though I got this Peppermint Patty green happening here, I'll leave a couple spaces where you can see some things here. No problem with that. But up around in here, it's going to get a little thick, because once again, we're concentrating more or less on blocking that area. And we're going to put our highlights and such in this. So once again, don't worry. Hashtag don't panic. Hello, Ann. How are you? Pleasure to meet you. Hey. Oh, let's get some more of this green. Let's get the rest of that yellow. A slight touch of white. Bring back our Peppermint Patty. Let's get a little touch of water. We'll loosen it up a little bit. These are the charcoal paints. These aren't the paints that I normally would use. I hit my camera. Sorry. Okay, we'll put some tiny little blurbs in here like this. Once again, I just want to block the, let's go down the bottom here, make that a little thicker. Okay, up around in here, same thing. We're going to bring a few of these up above. Let's do these first. I know I got this great big brush. I actually ran out of paint a bit. It's okay. I'm gonna have to go with a smaller brush. You're gonna see a little bit of this fella doing his thing, so. Let's put this brush right here. We get a slightly smaller brush. I can just go with a tiny fan brush. As you see, we ran out of yellow and we ran out of that variety, that certain type of green. We'll just bring that lemon yellow back. I got the Chalkola paints just arm's reach away, so we'll bring this back. She from your channel? Okay. Well, thank you for bringing her on and saying hey. I'm waiting for Rosemary to. Oh, okay. Oh, Mike. Okay. Actually, he was finishing up on that painting. But he's really just more of straight painting. He doesn't give too much instruction other than what he's doing particularly. Well, it's all right at that moment. All right, I didn't want to use this brush, but it's okay. That's all right. Because we'll just strengthen what we have here. So it's all right. We'll make this a little stronger. Up around it here. I gotta be careful. I don't want to cover up that part of the bridge. I was gonna use a smaller brush, but it's all right. If I run into something like that, it's a little different green, so we'll fill this in too. I will not waste the green. I think I wanted to use a fan brush. So let's put this raggedy fellow right here. We'll go back to the fan brush. This is the brush I intentionally wanted to use. We'll get a touch of blue in there. And let's drag it over here. There. Okay, we're gonna go right up in here. Well, actually, right in here. And we'll go behind the stonework right here, like that. And cover it in there. Like so. Lock it in. Okay. We'll mess around with this a little bit later because we're going to keep the road here. Now we're going to start separating this stuff here. Let's move this over. Oh, nope, I can't move it over. We'll put it right back here. I may have to just pull. Nah, I really don't want to pull out. We'll keep it like that. I'll pop the. We'll keep it like that. Let's lighten up some stuff. So it's gonna be peppermint patty time again. We're gonna add a little either yellow or little white to it. We'll use the same brush. No, I will not use the same brush. Let's just use a little bit of yellow right in here, a little touch of white right in there, and we'll just stir it around with this. Okay. Now let's get the rest of that off of here. Actually, we can use this. I'll use a little bit of this for this fella. We'll get a couple of little touches in here. Like that. We'll bring some down there. Bring out toward that way. That's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. What I'm going to do is thin out that very intense green. So we're going to use the beat down brush. I'll dip some water into the brush. We're going to come here just like that. All right. Now you see it's caked full of paint there. Just you don't take the brush and do the scene from Psycho. You don't do that. Okay. You just gently pop them in there like that. So you got a nice little batch of greenery in there. You come here, do it here. Okay. So little highlights here and there. Now if you think it's a little bright, give it a second, let it well, I'm really beating this, just let it dry. It'll come back to its dark again. That's what I was trying to say, but I'm using just the tip of the brush. Okay, to get those interesting little patterns. You don't get rid of all of your darks. You're just gonna tap it in there. And the key to it really is I'm framing in the bridge when we get to the bridge. I'm going to highlight these even more so it gives me a path and a pattern to these fellows here. But before I do that, I'm gonna sneak in some branches in there. Pleasure to have you in. Okay, let's get, we'll use we use this guy. Actually, yeah, we use this fella. I'm gonna get a touch of white. We'll use this fan brush here. A little bit of the yellow, but what's left of the yellow, we'll keep it right here. Okay. Tiny touch of water, loosen it up. As you can see the color difference between the two. Okay, so let's take this guy right here. We'll come here, I'll use the corner of the brush, and we're gonna start to, see, like that. We're gonna start to block in some things here. But in the blocking in, now you're going to highlight where certain areas are on this bush. You see? You get yourself a group color like this, and then you start to feather outward. You can bring a couple in here if you want. I'll just bring this one out here like that. Okay. We'll feather it out lightly out here. So you got a nice little row of bushes right here. Okay. We'll come here and we'll put a few dangly bits in here. It's just the corner of the brush. I'm not going to bring this in front of these fellows here. We'll keep them over here, slightly above that. And we'll bring it over here. And once again, it's more about me framing the bridge. That's all these are here for, is to frame up the bridge. A little bit of water, we'll loosen up the paint once more. Once you loosen the water up and get this watery consistency to your paint, you don't have to press as hard. And once again, this is just the tip of the brush, the corner of the brush. And see, and you go in different directions, and you just start to come out with it. So you get a batch right here, pretty heavy, and then you kind of feather it outward. All right. Like that. I said we were going to put some branches in there, and we still can. I'll quickly do that. I'll take the script liner brush. We'll come here, and then what's left of the brown right in here, and we'll put it right here. Doesn't matter. And I'll take a little bit of that blue. We'll darken it up a bit. Some more brown. Put it in there. Need some more brown, actually. I'm gonna need more brown anyway. So, where's the brown? Actually, I don't want to use this. I'm so used to using my other paints. Let's go over here. Actually, let's use burnt umber today. We're gonna do a little different with the bridge, or with the cover. Right here. That's a deeper brown right there. I'll need more than that, but we'll just start off with that. We'll take this and put it in there. A little bit of blue. We'll deepen it a little bit. I think I got a little bit of blue left in there. Okay, let's go back in here. And we'll start to snake in a few. We'll come out this way a little. Just like that. You don't have to start all the way from the bottom. You can have them going in different directions like this. Okay. Come out of nowhere. Like that. You just give the feeling that they're actually attached to something. Okay. You put one in here. It skips and goes out this way. All right. And it also helps you in where the bushes are actually placed when there's quite a few of them. So we'll put a few of these guys in there, just rambling around doing bush branch things. Put some up in there like this. Have it curve around here. Go there. All right. Okay. All right. That's cool. You can cover a few of those up too. Nothing wrong with doing that. Real fast. It doesn't matter. I'll use the same brush. We'll come here with this light stuff. It doesn't matter. And you see a few of them, and you just pop some little grass things in there. Don't necessarily cover every one of them up. Just a few. To make it look a little more natural. So like they're kind of protruding out of somewhere. Okay. There. So some of that paint breaks up some of that brown there, but you still see them in there. Hello, Kelly. Fantasyland, yeah. When it's just you doing this, it can be anything you want it to be. Okay. I don't want that part. Let's go back to because I don't think I'll zoom up anymore. We'll put it right there. Okay. I'll zoom. Well, no, I might keep it right here because I think we have all of what we need more or less. I have to wait for this to tack up a little bit, so let's uncover the bridge and I'll talk about the bridge. The covered bridge itself. The covered bridge I did with perspective, and it's on each side. I'm taking an X-Acto knife to do this. And be careful, because you have to peel this stuff away carefully. I'm on watercolor paper, so I do have to be particularly careful. You don't want to tear your work. All right, so it's a gentle pull. It's going to look like a black and white photograph, more or less. Now, masking tape is not porous. I just have to be careful. Masking tape isn't porous, be careful. You will get paint on your fingers and placed on your painting in a spot you really don't want it to be in. And that will just lead to a whole bunch of bad mojo and grief. There we go. That was painless, but there she is. Now, it looks like a black and white photo within all that color. So now our key to doing this guy is to blend it in with its surroundings, because it just stands out there like a sore thumb. All right. If you guys see me on the smaller camera, which is this one here, and I tend to look up, that's because I have a large monitor right above my clock. Okay, and I'm looking, it's about a 40-inch screen, so I'm looking at it to make sure everything's cool, everything looks right, and all that good stuff. But that's why if you're looking at me and I'm looking upward, I'm looking at that instead of looking right at you. You don't see my head because I'm ducking to get a suitable brush of sorts so I can do something with that window back there. See that little window that's just sticking out there, looking all crazy? We're just going to add a little bit of brown. Okay. Then I'll take some of, I'm not going to wash off the brush. I'll put a little bit of green in there. Just to get it to, you know, at least blend it into this anyway, as best you can. All right. But it's very much straightforward covered bridge. Okay. We're going to do some interesting things with this here covered bridge. I'll probably more than likely will zoom in on this. I promise I'll try to, thank you, Madonna. I'll zoom in on this without tearing up shit. But then again, today ain't over. All right, let's see if I can do it without it falling apart. All right, I should. I fastened everything pretty darn good because I know I abused the poor thing. Pop it in focus. Come on, you can do it there. There you go. Good boy. Okay, so we're in focus here. Because this is the last thing really to do. Okay, I'll do a slightly different approach. I got new people, so they don't really know what's going on, but I did mask this after I penciled it in, and I inked it, okay, which is why you see the wood grain and such. And then there's a little guide for the awning, the overhang shadow there. All right, but that's all I did really. If I can get away with it, we'll see, because I'm a glutton for punishment. There's horizon line number 1, right there. All right, and actually the water line here is the horizon line. This is a vanishing point. That's vanishing point to the right. The actual shoreline is the your eye line, your eye level, and there's the other fella right there on the other side. All right, Okay, let's center this back. Right about here. We're good here. All right. So you have a vanishing point. You have a vanishing point left. You have a vanishing point right. All right. And this line right here, that little shoreline back there, that's your eye level. That's if you were standing there, this is where your eye level is. All right. And so that's the visual vantage point you see of the covered bridge. You follow me? All right. Okay. So, yeah, they've got some pretty eloquent looking covered bridges. I got a book called Town and Country. It used to be called Town and Country Magazine. I don't know if they do physical magazines anymore. It might be online now. But I did purchase their book of the group of photographers go all around the country and take pictures of barns and covered bridges and fields of all sorts of colorful grasses and flowers and whatnot. And they got some lookers. My goodness. I still got the book. Still have it. So, okay. Let's get on with the festivities. Let us clear this out. Oh, okay, I know what it is. I have 16 windows in this room, and it's raining here. It's overcast. It's, a crazy Friday. And so I was just looking to see who that individual was out there, but I know who it is. They're just parked in the spot I'm not accustomed to see them parked at, but I think the other guy's truck must be there. All right. So we have our covered bridge. Most of them, if they're not covered, if they're not some kind of obviously wood color, they're usually red or red and white and stuff like that. All right. This one in particular is weird grayish brown type of color, not too, a little darker than the cobblestones. Will I keep it that way? We'll see. We'll see. But what I will utilize while I'm thinking about it and I'm looking at it, I'll utilize the colors we have here. All right. We'll go with this light blue. It makes a really nice gray with this brown. Okay. There we go. If you ever want to know what the colors used to paint storm clouds or that weird type of gray underneath certain white clouds, usually an ultramarine blue or this type of blue here, this light blue, and some kind of either ochre or umber, which gives you this kind of gray, very cool gray color right here. All right, that's basically it. All right, let's take we'll take water. We'll just loosen up the paint a bit. This should be okay. I've painted this, or I've inked it in with a permanent marker, so there won't be any smearing. But I'm just going to darken in those light areas there. It's just like extra light coming in. I'll do it with this too. And so I'm just painting it a shadow just to darken the white areas. You're not going to turn to black any color. It's just the color in between that we're dealing with. When this is dry black, it's going to still be black. It's just the little bits of light or whatever in between. I'm going to shade this too because it's all in shadow. Okay, just like that. That's all you need. Okay. I do like the way this looks, so we'll use this. And we're going to add a little, yeah, we'll do it with this. We'll add a little love right in here, the dark part of that road, right in here, like that. Put it in there. You don't necessarily have to have a hard edge. You just rub some of that out if you feel inclined to do so. But that little shadow part is all good. Okay, all right. Okay, doke. Let's take a little bit. I like this color, so let's get rid of this little tiny brush for 1 second. Let's put it back over here. I know I have a 1/2-inch brush, but I won't need it. I'll just use the round brush. You don't see me use this too many times, but it's very beneficial. The round brush. All right, let's wet up the round brush. Let's keep the water on my round brush, and we'll just sop this up like a gravy or with a biscuit. How's that for an analogy? Okay, under here, we'll shade it under here like this. Just like that. See that? Just shade it like so. But just like those infomercials. But wait, there's more. Since we got that shade there, why not go this way? Go this way with it. We shade in that water from right here and then go across. There, you shade in that water right there. Okay, all right. Add a sense of realism to your covered bridge. All right, let's see if we got any more of this left. It's got water in it, still pretty thin, blah, blah, blah. Let's come over here, and we're gonna shade in that awning a bit. I'm gonna turn my brush around. I know I got more paint there. Now, gray is a neutral color, so whatever you put over it, it's gonna welcome it, like old friends. This is what I would call the on golden pond color. It just welcomes you. It's an old buddy you haven't seen for years. And get up close to the edge there. Like so. Right to the very end. I see it. This is peeling. That's not good. Okay. Much like that. We got a little, well, I should say we got a little bit of love here on the other side. Actually, the whole freaking thing is a whole lot of love. We're gonna water up this gray even more so than this side. All right. This is just the lit area. This is the shaded side. So we're going to just help it along with another glaze. Follow me. This is just a watered down version of the color we just used. So you can still see all your happenings here. Put it right in there, nice and solid. Just like that. All right. Let's take some more of that old watered down stuff. We're going to be really sly here. We're going to get like a little mid shadow thing happening here. Okay. We're going to come here. Even though this is the lit side, we're going to be a little sneaky. We're going to come here with even more watered down gray, just like that. All right, we're going to come here. But watch this. I'm going to come here, just down there like that, and we'll sneak something up there, but just like that, make it disappear. Then you come here, and you do the same thing. We'll kind of sneak it around in here, get that little, like a little sunspot. You follow me? Look at that. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. So we got a little sunspot right in there. All right. Okay. I like that gray. Darn. I think I used it all. I can bring it back. Let's bring a little bit back. Once again, it's this light blue. It's deep brown. Mix it in there. Right now I got more brown than the blue. That's okay. Add more blue. Keep on adding it there. It'll change color. Okay. Now I've got more blue. It looks like a weird funky purple. Okay. More brown. More brown. There we go. See how it comes back? Nice cool gray. See that? All right. See, it's a very small color palette, so I'm doing this so you can see how easy it is for you to get these colors going. All right, still using the round brush because I can squeeze and get the rest of that mess out of there. This, at least use this color for the roof. We'll get back to this. Let's do this guy. All right. I should water it up a little bit more. Okay. We're gonna do something a little different with the roof. It'd be a tin roof, but it's a little rusty. All right. Anthony is talking all about gravy and biscuits. Yeah. And that used to be a big heavy staple in my youth. I loved it actually. More water. More water. Because I see the paint grabbing. Okay. And if you notice, I'm going at the same pitch of the roof. All right. Pay attention, there'll be a test later. And I said a test, not a Tesla. Test. Ho, 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 ho. Keep on going. Keep on going. Same angle. Keep the angle. Very important. Ho, 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 ho. Just like that. Cool. I gotta dig into a color I don't have. But that's okay. Okay, a little touch of red. Don't need much more than a touch because not going to use it anywhere else. That little blot of red will be more than enough. We're going to take this red, little dot of it, and we'll pop it in with this gray. Like I say, gray welcomes everybody. It's so friendly. It's like a little baby harp seal, all covered in white, just before you club it. Okay. We'll use this. This will be like rust. All right. What's wrong with beef tips? It's just the tip, Sonia. I'm pretty sure you heard that before. All right. Anyway, moving on. Get some rust color. Can you say channel strike? Go at the same angle. This is almost like painting watercolor. Go at the same angle. Let's make that a little solid there. You come up right here and go upward. Okay. So we're getting a real funky rust colored roof there. All right. Now we use acrylic paint like watercolor. I want you to be mindful. Acrylic is a little more permanent. With watercolor, you can reactivate it. With this stuff, you're not reactivating nothing. So be mindful of that. Be careful. And keep with the angles. All right. Now I know I'm going a little bit into my little awning there. It's okay. like so. All right. No, I'm not much for soggy toast either. Bah. Yeah, I'm not feeling the soggy toast thing. Not bright enough. We'll just use white. And we're going to get a little sunspot right in here. Maybe it bleached right out. Bring it just about this far. Now it doesn't look much bleached out now. It's pretty close to the same color as the other stuff right now. Pure titanium white. And you bleach it right out there. Doesn't have to go everywhere. Just a little bit there, maybe some stuff wisping around in there. Let it get to be very bright though. Just some little touches there. Like that. You got a short window to smear this stuff. It's just pure paint. Now this is the good titanium white, so be careful with it. Alright. Alright. Okie dokie then. We're gonna glaze this barn with, I could use this, and why not? Let's take a little brown. We'll put it in with this red, get a lot of water. Now I could glaze this with the glycerin, but what's the fun in that? Now we'll just glaze it with this. More like a watercolor again, once again. Okay. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, this is the lit side. I don't really want to use white because white would cover up a lot of the little woodwork there. All right. Use a little yellow ochre. Yeah, we use a little yellow ochre. Show you what I'm going to do with the yellow ochre though. Let's clean this off. We're going to use the yellow ochre first. Little yellow ochre. Okay, get a little water there. And we'll water it down. Now, while it's watered down like this, if it's a little too thick, you can always get rid of it. You got some time, but this is good, just the way it is right here. One of the advantages of using a round brush, you can go thin, thick, it doesn't matter in between. It's okay, it's all good. Bring it right here. Once again, you got your little sunspot right there, okay? And I might as well play with it here too. We'll play with this. Why not? We're coming down to the wire with this. Okay. I like my little sunspot. It's pretty cool. I can go over the sunspot again, make it a little more intense. Key to it really, I don't want to get rid of all of the I don't want to get rid of all of the line work. And acrylic paint will cover up that black. No problem. It may take a couple tries, but it will cover it up. Okay, that's cool. All right. Because this is the light side of the building, but I do want it to be a little brown sided, on the brown side. Okay, we'll take this watered down stuff here. We'll go right from the back here. you're going to find yourself dipping into some more of the watered down brown. It's all right. Keep going. Yep. Go right over that sunspot. It's all right. Go over it. Straight over the sunspot. Remember, it's still water. You can still wipe it. Wipe it right off. It's still maneuverable. You got a short time, but you can still do your thing with it. We'll keep it like that. Much like that. You got your instant true color sunspot right there. All right, let's take a wee bit of blue in this liquid crap. How's that for a technical term? A little bit of blue in there. Slightly grayed out. Right here. We're going to work on the shaded side. A little touch of water. All right, that should do it, more or less. And here we go. We'll start from the far side over here. We'll give it a little love over here on this side, just like so. Just like that. Come on over there. Mm-hmm. Just like so. All right. You do have your shaded side there. Let's take some more of this, and we'll just build up on that gray. Well, come right in here and we'll just start to build up on that gray a little bit. You're not going to see too much of it in between. You know, put little bits and pieces in there, blah, blah, blah. Let that dry up. Okay. All right. Giggity, giggity. All right. All right. We'll darken this up a little bit. Stickler for details. As I'm staring at it, looking at it, checking it out, blah, blah, blah. See that look like little bits of light coming through there? See that? A nice little effect there. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm looking at it. Seeing if I need to add anything else, more or less, blah, 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 you know. Still staring at it. Let's pull back a bit so you guys get to see the whole thing. Okay. Let's put it about, right there, it's fine. There you go. So while it's drying, let's throw one of these in front of it. Let's see what it looks like with one of these. Oh man, you guys can't really see it that great. Darn it. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Oh, okay, yeah, you guys should be able to see it enough there. Let's focus it there. All right, but that's what it would look like in well, at least a brown frame anyway. It will look, yeah, somewhat like this. Okay, somewhat. All right. Black frame, something like so. I probably would be more partial to the black frame because it kind of contains the picture, but that's just me. All right. And the covered bridge is really using the acrylic paint, much like watercolor. All right. So, okay. Well, thank you, Mo. I guess I should sign my name to it real quick here. Oh, I guess I'll use a black pen instead. I could put it in white, but I'll just hide my signature in here like this. Real tiny. There. Real simple. Have people look for it, but it's there in the corner. All right, as I usually do. Oh, just get rid of some things. Because we're about done. We can get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. Okay. There you are. There we go. All right, let's peel back the tape. Let's see what we got here. Now, I tend to pull and go in the opposite direction because sometimes the acrylic paint, there's a film over the tape and the paper. So if you pull and go in this way, guess what would happen? All right. And you really don't want that. That just gives you bad mojo and angina, and you get constipated and you start calling the hotline. And I don't want you to suffer through that. So, sharing is caring. Thought I'd just let you know. Hey, Lisa B, how are you? Good to see you. I appreciate you coming in right at the end. There. So, there you be, ladies and gentlemen. Covered bridge. And you guys know the deal. I'll take a photo of it. It'll be on Instagram and on Facebook. Make a thumbnail of it. All that good stuff. It has its shading and whatnot. It's got a little road there. I like the little highlight, little bits of light trying to go through the slats there. Okay. What else is going on in there? Not much. Then you get the shadow underneath. I explained how you would get your shadow true to the subject. Okay. No matter how you got your curve. Okay. The curve could have been way in there, and it all depends. The sunlight's going this way, so it depends on the time of day. All right. Got a little water lines in there. You can see little bits of water, and you got your shoreline over there. Not everything's super detailed or whatnot. But now all these little scratches make sense. Now that you got, objects in front of it. All right, I already knew that there's going to be some foliage here and all around in here, which all of this really helps frame that. All right, because that's the focal point is the covered bridge. Oh, she done got her gift. Oh, where is it? Here. Okay. What else was I gonna say? Anyway, just look at the video and you'll see. For those of you who came in a little bit later, no, I did not let you guys endure me actually drawing this out. It was already masked and covered, but I explained it, how I did that. And plus, I've got numerous videos showing how I actually did it right from ground zero of how to do this with the perspective and the perspective lines and the whole 9 yards. Okay, so all of that's in previous videos there. But it didn't I didn't do it too dark where you miss a lot of the lines and stuff. And the lines are so thick that it takes away from the painting. So yeah. Oh no. Oh man. Not good. Oh man. I hope it all works out for Paul. What the hell? That's crazy. And I know the phone hassle. Man, you guys are going to be on there for a minute. That's crazy. And they don't make it easy for you either. They don't. This is just this foolishness. I feel for both of y'all. I understand, man. Yeah, it is rough. I'm reading up Mo's teeth and Sonya. She heard the sirens. She's gonna go to that campground and hide in the goose nest. But you know they're still feeling some kind of way because you know they know she tried to hunt one of their relatives down. So, but it was Thanksgiving. You know, sisters gotta eat. Okay, guys, I'm done with this. You guys know what I'm gonna do with it. So, until next time, you guys be easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm pushing for you and Paul, Lisa, because what was good was that stuff there is pure garbage, hot garbage. I don't know who's on this evening. I don't know if Sonya's. It's Friday. She does one of her hangouts there. So, Etna. Okay. Man, once again, I hope you guys pull through. I really do. Okay, there you go. DJ's on at 7:30 tonight. Causing some sort of ruckus. Or she could be aggravating poor Jim to no end. Who knows? As long as you don't put tax on the Barker Lounger, everything should be good to go. So, all right, guys, take care. I'll see you when I see you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Peace.